we're modeling this from the start, you're given the library. This is the area plan of the first floor. You're given these drawings. They're images looking at the floor plan. We have these reference planes that form the boundaries of the outside. So if you think in terms of the floor slab and the elevation of each floor, like if I were drawing walk from the street up to this plinth, enter the building, and when you're here, you're all at the same elevation. Except when you go out to the courtyard, then it drops some amount. So if I wanted to model a slab on floor one, floor slab, floor, go to architecture, floor, choose the default, and begin drawing that outline, right? First, we can snap to the reference planes. That's all one level. And then cut out of that is the middle area. Right? There's a bit more. There's a sunken area inside the arcade. It's not an easy chore to model this. Think about this. I'm creating a hole in the floor. Point where I get to the doorway. It's a little bit crooked. Let's see what's going on. So that arrow means I'm stepping down from the inside of the library to the courtyard. It's typical when you move from indoor to outdoor space. Tend to measure that. Let's trim these two lines. Move that line a bit. I have to perform the same outline here. It's intersecting okay, I haven't drawn to there yet. trim that line to this one. See what we got so far. So there's the outline of my floor, and that delineates all the interior space. These are area boundaries that show up because I'm in the area plan. But now that I've modeled the floor, when I go to level 1, I can see the floor. It's selectable. I could take that floor and copy it to level 2. What's the value in that? Because that floor forms the interior space, right? Let's copy the floor to the clipboard and go to level 2. Right now I'm looking down at level 1. If I paste, aligned, modified, align to current view, right? I've almost drawn the entire second floor, all right? The outline of the floor is wrong because at this elevation, it doesn't cut through the tires. So the towers. So I would edit the boundary. It's probably more in the center of the walls that appear thickened and pochette there. But for now, I'm going to take that as to be correct. Not quite right over there, is it? Let's finish. Now select that floor, copy that to the clipboard, and go to level 3. So we have an outline on level 3, which is probably up in the attic, maybe the upper areas. You can see there are stairs that go down, but let's paste that floor in place. Paste align to current view. Okay, so what needs to be modified here? The grand base hall is open to below, so I have to remove that part of the floor. So let me go edit boundary and pull the floor slab back to here. Furthermore, I can cut out the stair. We need an opening for that, right? Let me trim those lines. Now I'm going to split that. If I really want to get particular at this point, if there are elevators, which there are other openings that I can identify, which appear to be, right? There's an elevator there. I could, just showing off now, right? But these appear to be openings of some sort. I'm not sure what that is. Who cares? Let's just make it an opening. it's a hole in the floor, and we can, and if it's not, we can change. So any place where there's a stair, there needs to be, that's a stair that goes up. Let's just outline, right? We have to provide for the landing, but for the most part, currently, okay, it's a cute opening here, right? Not quite right. It has to go in two directions. So I would need to modify that drawing to do something like that. And then trim to that shape. So I'm trimming tight to the stair. Remember the floor, if we're at the top, it needs a landing, needs a place to stop. I'm looking at stairs that go up. We're getting a little bit distracted here, right? There's some other systems back there that we have to account for, but let's ignore them for now. We'll finish at that floor. So what's that floor contain? The floor contains third floor, and it's still open below because I haven't modeled anything in the middle. If I look at this in 3D, just click over to this little default 3D view, change from wireframe to hidden line, you can see what I've marked, the outline of the library, right? The big hall is over here, it's a double height space. What am I missing? Missing the roof. But for the most part, I've defined the 3 floors. I could do this, you know, the steps to the outside. Maybe we'll do that next. It's a way of thinking about the space that we have. We could refine, go back to level 2, select that floor and edit the boundary again, and think of now thinking about openings, right? So we have this elaborate system of stairs in the middle there. So now what do we have to think of? We have to think about, where are we? We're on level 2. So everything I'm looking at goes up or down. According to this drawing, everything is going down. So I have to make an opening for all that stuff. I'm not going to draw it perfectly now, but right now, that all that space are stairs below the floor level that I'm standing on. There's a bit more going on either side there. We can figure that it looks like there's an elevator at one side. Let me show that. Right. Delivery room. So you got to ask yourself when you're looking at this, is everything I'm looking at on the second floor? If I stand, okay, so what's missing? Couple doors. This appears to be a vaulted area. I'm going to say, oh, that's floor. Watch what I do. Edit boundary. All of this is second floor, right? I'm not going down until after there's a step that goes down. Let's split this line. There's the first riser going down is there. I'm gonna clean all this up. Let's split that and trim this line to that one. Is that right? Multiple lines there. So the open area is all that. So let's trim. Let's trim that line to that. It's a little bit difficult to see what you're doing here. We don't need this. No, we do need it. Am I done? I don't think so. This. Two lines there. Those are going to be two rectangular openings, right? Stairs going down. I think that's done. Lines can't intersect. When you get that, say show. It's giving me, when you click on show, it shows you in orange what you need to fix. Let's try again. Okay, so this is, we need a hole for the elevators. Is that an elevator or a restaurant? I don't know. Let's stop here and continue in a separate lesson. Look at the 3D view again. And here are the openings we made. So that grand stair is in the middle of things here. Let's look at the third floor really quick.